When you look at a Seiko dive watch and you think, yeah, you know what? That looks like a Seiko. That Seiko look all started with this watch's ancestor, the 6215 and the 6159 from 1967 and 68 respectively. And 50 years after the creation, the SLA 025 was born, and it truly is an absolute dream for a Seiko fan. But what if you do not have the 5,500 USD needed to purchase it? Well, I got the answer right here. Introducing the all-new SLA 025 Grade 5 Titanium Homage. And this thing is so lovable. I wasn't expecting to love it so much. It does stay true to most of the SLA 025's looks, but there are some key differences. The case has circular brushing on top of the lugs, and it's high polish on the sides of the case. And it looks streamlined with that flat case back, just like the original, but the original was a monoblock. This one has a clever design. It looks like a monoblock, but that case back tucks in flush. So you can take out that movement, regulate it, and you can service it much easier. But now there's more places for water to get in, right? Well, don't worry, with its 6.7mm screw down crown, it has the exact same 300 meters of water resistance. The people at 54 Watches are huge Seiko fans. So when they designed this homage, they went the extra mile. What did they do? They put the crown exactly at 4 o'clock, which even Seiko doesn't do on most of their new dive watches. They put it at 3.8. So this is a nice touch and I'm digging it. And one of the best changes is the size. The original is 44.8 millimeters. This one comes in at 42 millimeters even. The secret measurement, 39.9. That is a key number and a big reason why this watch wears extremely well on smaller wrists, with a thickness of 13.5 on the sapphire and 14.1 on the bezel. So the sapphire crystal is sunken in, just like the original. We got drilled lugs and a lug to lug of 48 even. The strap is custom and curved, and it fits absolutely perfectly flush to the case, 19 millimeters, tapering down to 17, just like the original. Very nice. And although I love the original, there's a couple problems I have with it. Yeah, it's too big, but it's also way too heavy. I'm not a fan of having an anchor weighing me down. So 54 Watches could have used grade 2 titanium, which is stronger and lighter than the normal 316L stainless steel, but it is softer with a slightly lower hardness rating, so it will scratch easier. But they went the extra mile with the grade 5, which has more than double the hardness of stainless steel, coming in at 349 Vickers. And I did test it. I used my Cape Cod polishing wipes, and normally when I polish a stainless steel case, the Cape Cod cloth turns black because metal is being polished off. But with this watch, I was pushing really hard and the cloth barely changed color, maybe a little bit of gray. So this thing is tough to polish. I do see some finishing issues, some micro scratches with the macro lens, but you can't see it with the naked eye. And it's only 89 grams with the strap. That's incredible for a 300-meter tough diver, and it just feels so good on the wrist. Not top heavy or lopsided like some Seiko divers you may own. The bezel is coin edge, nice and grippy, and we have a beautiful black and gold ceramic insert. My alignment is off by about half a click, which kind of spins me, but let's have a listen. Okay, so the bezel doesn't have a typical Seiko feel. It's light and clicky, precise with a little bit of backplay. And for a titanium bezel, it's pretty good. The sapphire crystal has anti-reflective coating. It's flat on the top, single domed at the bottom, So at extreme angles, you will get some distortion and it looks fantastic. The dial is matte black with applied hour markers in gold in the typical Marine Master dial layout. We got a gold framed date window at 3 o'clock and a gilt chapter ring. The hands are gold as well, SLA 025 style, and yes, we have the red stoplight seconds hand. We have 54 printed under the 12 and professional 300 in gilt printed above the 6 o'clock. Now let's check out the lume. The lume is a little bit disappointing. Even though it's deeply filled in those applied indices, it is C1. The hands do look to be brighter. Maybe there's some C3 in there. I was hoping for some C3X1, some crazy lume to match the SLA 025, but because it's deeply filled, it's still not bad and should last a long time. This watch is powered by the Seiko NH35, a low beat 21.6 VPH hack hand wind automatic, 24 joules and 42 hours of power reserve. We got no beat error, pretty good amplitude, 277. Now let's look at the rate. Ignore that 48. We got 8, 8, 8, and the fourth and final round plus 8. Let's do 12 down to see the positional variance. How does this watch actually perform when you wear it? We got a big amplitude drop, typical of the NH movements, and the beat error 0.1. Now let's check out the rate. We got -4, -9. Oh, doing better now, -5. And the fourth and final round, -7. So on the wrist performance is going to be actually pretty good. This homage is fantastic. It's a smaller, lighter, more affordable version of your favorite Seiko diver. But what's the cost? $499 USD. Ooh, that's a bit high, but that is because of the extra work needed to put the crown at 4 o'clock and the grade 5 titanium. I'm sure there are going to be cheaper homages, but they're not going to be this size and they're not going to be this material. So I'm curious, what do you think? And if you like this video, then make sure you check out the 2 videos on the right of your screen right now. And I'll see you in the next one.